All right, picture this. A creature dressed in a permanent tuxedo, living in some of the most brutal conditions on Earth, waddling around like it just learned how to use legs yesterday, yet diving through icy water like a feathered missile. The greatest trick Antarctica, and other assorted cold places, ever pulled wasn't hiding vast frozen secrets. It was convincing you penguins are just cute, adorable, harmless, slightly confused looking snowbirds. Spoiler alert, they're not just cute. Beneath that dapper, flightless bird exterior lies a world of absurd survival tactics, unexpected ferocity, petty theft, and a level of ridiculous determination that makes your morning commute look like a spa day. These aren't just fluffy mascots for cold climates. They are highly adapted seabirds who traded flight for unparalleled swimming prowess. They are elite survivors, thriving where most creatures would instantly freeze solid. On land, they navigate ice and rock with a signature waddle that screams, "I'm trying my best," a delightful mix of determination and barely contained chaos, like a bowling pin trying to walk upright. But get them in the water? Bam! Instant transformation. They become sleek, underwater torpedoes, capable of hitting speeds up to 22 miles per hour. Looking at you, Gentoos, twisting and turning with incredible agility to snatch fish, krill, or squid. Imagine tripping over the welcome mat, then immediately executing a perfect Olympic dive. That's the penguin paradox. Now, let's slide into the quirky details of penguin existence. Surviving the Antarctic cold? Simple. Just get uncomfortably close to thousands of your neighbors. Penguins form massive huddles, rotating positions so everyone gets a turn in the warm, slightly smelly center. It's a giant, shuffling quilt of feathered bodies, a spectacle of collective survival that looks utterly chaotic, but is pure thermal efficiency. Though competition for that prime inner spot can get intense. Forget polite cueing. It's every bird for itself in the quest for warmth. And speaking of competition, let's talk about real estate and grand larceny. For penguins that build nests out of pebbles, like adelies and gentoos, finding the perfect rock is crucial. But why find your own when your neighbor has such a lovely collection? Penguins are notorious rock thieves. They will straight up waddle over, nonchalantly grab a prime pebble from an unattended nest, and waddle back like nothing happened. It's a constant, low-level crime wave rippling through the colony. Imagine your neighbor sneaking over to steal your best garden gnome every single day. That's the level of petty commitment we're dealing with here. It's a high-stakes game of nest improvement via pilfering. Then there's penguin romance, often touted as symbols of lifelong monogamy, which isn't always true. Many pair bond just for a season. But their courtship is something special, and often hilariously awkward. Finding a mate can involve intricate displays, bowing, calling, offering pebbles, hopefully not stolen ones, synchronized head movements, and a lot of hopeful waddling. It's a comedy of errors meets heartfelt devotion. You can almost hear the internal monologue, "Okay, look cool. Offer the rock. Don't trip. Did she see me trip? Maybe just stand here awkwardly?" It's relatable, endearing, and proof that even in the harshest environments, finding love involves a certain amount of spectacular fumbling. But don't let the land-based clumsiness fool you about their capabilities. In the water, they are acrobatic masters. Their streamlined bodies, powerful flippers acting like wings, and rudder-like tails allow for incredible speed and maneuverability. They can leap out of the water, porpoising, to breathe and avoid predators, dive hundreds of feet deep, searching for food, and navigate complex underwater terrain with precision. It's a breathtaking display of adaptation, turning that awkward waddler into a hydrodynamic marvel. Their social life is a fascinating contrast. Often solitary hunters at sea, they become intensely social on land during breeding season. Colonies can number in the hundreds of thousands, a deafening, bustling city of penguins. Communication is key. Distinct calls to find mates and chicks amidst the cacophony, specific postures to signal aggression or submission, ritualized greetings. It's a complex society built on recognition, cooperation like that huddling, and managing conflict in incredibly crowded conditions. While we shouldn't overestimate their abstract thought, Penguins demonstrate impressive adaptability and survival smarts. They navigate vast distances across sea and ice, returning to the same breeding grounds year after year. They can learn migration routes and recognize complex environmental cues. Their ability to survive months without food during incubation or molting, relying solely on fat reserves, is a testament to extreme physiological adaptation. They might not build tools, unless you count pebble theft, but they've mastered the art of surviving in a place that actively tries to kill you with cold. Okay, let's address the darker side, or maybe just the less cuddly, more realistic side. Penguins aren't defenseless fluffballs. They have sharp beaks and strong flippers, and they will use them. Territorial disputes over nesting space are common and can get vicious, especially in dense colonies. Pecking, flipper-slapping fights are frequent. Species like the adelie are known for being particularly feisty and aggressive towards neighbors, predators, like skuas trying to steal eggs, and even unwary researchers. They might look cute, but mess with their nest or their chick, and you'll see a very different, very pointy side to the penguin personality. Forget domestication. Penguins are proudly, stubbornly wild. There are around 18 different species, and they live in diverse environments. Not just Antarctica. You've got Galapagos penguins chilling near the equator, African penguins on sunnier coasts, temperate species in New Zealand and South America. Their evolutionary history stretches back tens of millions of years, adapting to marine life long before the polar ice caps fully formed. They are crucial parts of their respective marine ecosystems, acting as both predator, eating fish, krill, and prey for seals, orcas, sharks. Their population health is also a key indicator of ocean health, making them vital subjects for climate change research. They are nature's tuxedoed barometers. In a world demanding speed and efficiency, on land anyway, penguins are a glorious contradiction. They embody resilience, enduring unimaginable cold and hardship. They showcase surprising social complexity and parental devotion, often sharing incubation duties. And yes, they are masters of unintentional comedy, turning the simple act of walking into performance art. They are a masterclass in thriving against the odds, combining specialized biology, intense determination, and a healthy dose of ridiculous waddling into a truly unique way of life. So next time you see a penguin video, the huddling masses, the clumsy falls, the daring dives, the pebble heists, remember the full picture. You're not just looking at a cute bird in a fancy suit. You're witnessing an absurdly unique survivor, a feathered paradox, a master of both land-based comedy and aquatic grace, living life at the extreme edge of possibility. Hit that like and subscribe. Do it for the penguins. They're probably too busy stealing rocks or surviving blizzards to notice, but it helps spread the word about these incredible, ridiculous birds. Thanks for watching.